Right, we're here at Karaka, the NZB Weanling sales, NZB Standardbred Weanling sales. Catching up with Graham Brogdan. Firstly, Graham, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, pleasure.
You've had a pretty good day, actually. You sold lot number 31, the Captain Treacherous out of Juice Brogdan for $60,000, going home to Kentuckiana Lodge. So that's a beautiful result.
Very happy and very happy he's going there.
Yeah.
He was a nice colt, and I know he'll get every opportunity, so that's awesome.
He was on a lot of people's radars. There was a lot of, and the right people were interested in him, which always must give you so much confidence when you bring a horse here to a sale.
Well, it does, but then, on the other hand of that, sometimes there's only 5 or 6 people come and have a look at a colt like that, and the other colt, like probably 20 people come to see. So you kind of think, ooh, am I missing something here? But then there's only a certain part of the market can buy that type of colt, and there's a lot more of the market will buy the sort of $10,000 to $20,000 colts. So I guess,
and I think that's one of the important parts that people, when they're selling horses, probably need to be aware. And you've got a lot of experience with that, and we'll touch on that in a second. But they need to be aware. Sometimes just because they're not coming out of the yard doesn't mean people aren't interested in them.
No, exactly. And I think the other thing that, like as vendors, as private vendors, rather than the big studs, we've paid full price for those service fees, and so for us it's a harder gig. I think the Tandinas and us and people like that, it's a tough gig because you're competing, I guess, with Alabama and Woodlands. I'm not decrying, they have great drafts, but they probably haven't paid the same for the service fees we have, so we've got a lot of skin in this.
Yeah, you do indeed. And interestingly enough, it was lot 64 was a down by the seaside, one of Woodland's horses, at a ride on Sierra. He a lovely colt, very well presented colt, and you got 11,000 for him. You must have been very happy with that as well.
We thought he might make 15 or so just with a number of people, but then once the sales started, we're going, it's a bit soft, and we've got to meet this market, and if we're serious about walking away, then we just got to walk away with good with the bad.
We'll get to that part in a sec, but meeting the market and being flexible as the day rolls on, it's something I hear a lot. Doesn't matter where I'm doing an interview, and it's a reality of sometimes with a sale. You might go and you think this is going to be a great sale and everyone's going to be up and about, but then like today, it's just that little bit off, and you just got to meet it, don't you?
You do, and I think there's just less buyers. Obviously, when you come here today, there's a whole lot less buyers that are buying the horses. There's a lot of positive things going on with Entane and their stakes lift. So I think there's plenty of positives going on, but like we're trying to sell our property too, and that's quite tough at the moment as well. So it's just we're in a little bit of a flat patch, but you just got to go with it and do the best you can. And I think meet the market, get on with it.
It's an interesting thing. I know, talking to a couple of the guys yesterday, they were saying that interest rates are not going to be cut for 6 months. You talk to other guys building houses, selling properties, even how much a house price drops. It definitely has a flow-on effect, even though Entane have come in and it's huge. It's terrific, the injection of funds, but that's not always what it is. I mean, sometimes you're going to buy that milk and it's a little bit dearer than what you expect. It does have a flow-on effect, doesn't it? Yeah,
it's a leisure dollar, and there's just not quite as much around at the moment, but we're seeing sort of Mark Burden might be just backing off a little bit, but then Barry's having a great run. So there's always someone filling those gaps, and I think it's great that these guys are ticking along so well. They're the strength of the industry. Keep people going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Significant day today for yourself, Brogdan Lodge, and everyone involved with you, because this is it.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but it's been great.
Don't get too emotional. I'll keep talking for a sec to let you catch your breath, because you said you didn't want to get too emotional. How long have you been selling horses for?
Well, we started back. Like my dad was he was a trainer, so I've been involved ever since I was a kid with my dad. And my grandfather was a horse breaker in Cheviot down the South Island, so it's just been all my life. But Judy and I, we started buying mares again in about 2021. Yep. So we've been coming to the market since 2003, I should say, 2001. Yeah. Yep. So it's been over 20 years. It's been really interesting. Like we've probably done as well out of horses we haven't sold at the sale, that we bought here and couldn't sell. Yep. Loving a Chevy, Like, great story with that horse.
Yep. Anyone doesn't know, he survived a snake bite as well, and still racing to this day, I think.
Yeah, well, he's won about 25 races, and we bought him, we pinhooked him. We paid $4,000 for him, and bought him to sale. Couldn't get a bid. Took him home. Nikki broke him in. She won 2 races with him. We sold him for $70,000 to Lance, and he's gone on and won 25 odd races, and just been a great story. And we've had another horse called Graham Brogdan that we couldn't sell, and we leased him to one of the Butt boys, Chris Butt, I think it was. And he went to Perth. He had to pay us what do you call it? The reserve you have on a horse when you lease it.
Yep.
It was $10,000. And he could only transfer $1,000 a night for 10 nights when he shifted to Australia, because he had to actually buy him before he could take him there.
Yep.
He won about $250,000 in Perth, and he's won about $400,000 in America since.
Yeah.
Just, so those horses we haven't sold have actually done just as well as some of the ones we have.
Yeah, and that's one of the things people need to be aware of. Just because they don't sell doesn't mean they're no good. And sometimes, they meet reserves, and it is a little bit of, I suppose, a gamble. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the sales side of things and the build up to it?
Oh, I loved it, but geez, it's hard on the nerves, like you just don't know what's going to happen when you get here. But I just love preparing the horses and walking them out and have people say, shit, that horse looks fantastic, I just a lot of pride in that, and that's what kept me ticking on with it. And Judy's been so good at home as well, doing a lot of the feeding and stuff, so
you're not going to be lost to the game. You're going to still be a passionate observer. You've still got one mare. Juice Brogdan's still got a foal to come, so won't be going through the sales. Anyone wondering and that, but you're not going to be lost to the industry.
No, not at all. We've got shares with Nicky and a number of horses.Nicky's got probably 5 or 6 of them, so we've got a fair bit of meat still in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the great things, that you aren't going anywhere. But this part of your life, or this phase of your life, is changing, and I would imagine you're going to get to probably a few more meetings than what you've been able to over the journey as well, and maybe different countries, and have a look around.
Yep, that's the plan. Is to just try and enjoy it. As you may know, I'm 74 now, and you just go, well, how much of my good life have I got left? Let's enjoy what we can.
Absolutely, it's great, and it's great that you've been a part of this. I imagine it's going to be one of those, you probably got emotional, you're half getting there on me now. Go be careful, because I'm one of them blokes, I follow in, so it would be no good both of us crying on the thing. But yeah, like I'm sure when you get home tonight and you sit down and have a quiet ale, you might reflect on it a little bit. I'm sure it'll probably really hit you a bit, but I think it's a great career, and well done, and congratulations on today as well. It's been a great sale for you as well.
Thank you. It won't be a beer, it'll be a Coke Zero. And 1981, a guy told me I was too fat and too slow and I'll never make a referee, so I stopped drinking then in 1981, and toured the world as a referee, and I still haven't had a drink since. So
they're great adverts, because I haven't had one for 16 years as well, so if you're thinking about not having a drink, don't worry, you're not on your own. Give it up if you want to give it up. You do feel a lot better for it, don't you?
Yeah. Sundays are always a lot better.
Yeah. Any day's a lot better, I reckon. When you jump out of bed, it's all good. Graham, thank you. Congratulations. Yourself, Judy, everyone's involved with you as well, mate. You're going to be missed around here, but I think you might even poke your head in on sale day, and then you might be on the difference, or you might put the hand up every now and then.
Who knows, but anyway. And I really mean thanks for what you do, because you give the industry such good coverage. It's awesome.
Thank you very much, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Catch up.